Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Views. Today I have a beer from a new brewing company that I have not done a review for yet. This beer is from Yellow Bridge Brewing Company out of Delmont, Pennsylvania, which is about a half an hour outside of Pittsburgh. This beer is called Midnight Carrot Cake, and on the can it just says Imperial Stout. So I'm assuming it's an Imperial Stout with whatever are the ingredients in carrot cake. Other than carrots, I'm guessing it's vanilla and cinnamon and some other things. I don't know for sure. It is 8.0 ABV, which I think is kind of low for it to be called an Imperial Stout, but it is what it is. And generally, I would have thought carrot cake Imperial Stout would be a weird thing and it wouldn't work, but Fauna Flora has carrot cake Urban Monk, and it is an awesome beer. So here's to hoping that this is also pretty tasty. I've not had this. The only thing I've even had from these guys, I had one of their IPAs on tap one of the times I was in Pittsburgh in the last year. And the IPA was really good, but again, that doesn't mean anything for other styles, of course. So as you can see, of course, a pretty dark brown. It's not completely like black. It looks more like a very dark brown with a small beige head. I gotta say, it smells pretty nice. A lot of spice, not like pepper spice, but just like cinnamon and like spice cake. There's a little bit of chocolate underneath there. It almost comes off a little metallic too, but it's very minor. But overall, it smells pretty good. Like, it kind of reminds me of like Mexican coffee from Brew Gentlemen. So that's a good sign. So, the beer's not super big, which makes sense. I mean, it's only 8%, so I don't know, maybe I understand that it's all for marketing and it's all, it's all just names. It doesn't matter. You could call this a Hefeweizen. Well, if you called it a Hefeweizen and it was this, that would be stupid and ridiculous. But in general, it really shouldn't care about what the brewery describes it as. You should just say, is it a good beer and would I want to drink it again? At least that's how I generally rate things. So I don't know that I would call it an Imperial Stout. Maybe if you want to say like strong stout, which I know is a very generic, general term, but to me, Imperial Stout's got to be like at very least 9%. Pretty much usually in the double digits though. But I guess double IPA and Imperial IPA are interchangeable, and that usually starts at like 8%. So who knows? But the body's not super big, but it's also not very thin. I mean, it does have a. I'll say for 8%, it's actually a pretty substantial body. Now that I take another taste. And it definitely has those carrot cake flavors working in there. There's for sure cinnamon. The one other thing that I get out of this that I really don't like, but I'm not going to hold it against the beer because it's just something that I don't like, and it's absolutely not a flaw, is I think there's ginger in it too. I get like equal parts ginger and cinnamon. So, you know, I just don't like ginger. But again, that is not a flaw in the beer. I just don't like ginger. But it's not super ginger forward. I think it's kind of just a balance of ginger and cinnamon, which is pretty spice forward when you get the first flavor rush over your tongue. But when that ends, well, I just want to get one more taste before I describe that. So after that big rush of cinnamon and ginger, it finishes with a really, really nice, sweet, clean, roasty and stout. And I know I said this in the in the aroma when I was smelling it, that I thought it kind of smelled like Mexican coffee from Brew Gentleman. And honestly, after that wash of ginger goes away, to me I just get like a really nice silky roasty beer with cinnamon and maybe even vanilla. And it really reminds me of Mexican coffee from Brew Gentleman. So if you took Mexican coffee and scaled it up just a little bit, not like double Mex level and barrel age, but if you just took Mexican coffee, scaled it up, boosted it like 2%, and then put a little bit of ginger in it, I feel like this would really be similar. And in my opinion, that's a huge praise to say that they're doing something close to Brew Gentleman, because I think they're one of the best brewers on the planet. Yeah, I mean, anyone who likes carrot cake or spice stuff, like not pepper spice, but spiced stuff. And the good thing about it too is the spices are a little different. They're not like pumpkin spice. They are very specific to what I would imagine like a carrot cake tastes like. So it is unique to that. Uh, I would say if they could just scale back the spice just like 5 to 10% and let that nice chocolatey roasty stout come through a little bit more, this beer would be top notch. But even so, I didn't buy this. My buddy swapped it out for me, so I don't know what it costs. But on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm definitely still saying this is a buy. It has its own place. It's a really unique beer. And if you want something to taste like carrot cake or just a nice spice stout that isn't too boozy, this would be something to check out. So, yeah, I recommend anyone looking for this. I don't know if they're going to do it again or not, but it's a really nice beer. So, that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.